Hi friends! So, I was doing a very impromptu Facebook Live kind of ASMR style session earlier, and I thought, well, why not do it for YouTube? And I tried to go live on YouTube, but because all I have is my mobile phone, they won't let me because I don't have enough subscribers. So I'm just gonna record something on the fly and see what happens. I hope you're all doing okay. I know that the times we live in right now are very anxious and stressful for many of us. So I really want to do something, anything I can to help. And since I can't magically make a lot of bread appear, I thought I would do some kind of relaxation type of thing. And when I started doing my my Facebook Live things a couple of days ago, I really wanted to, like I said, do something to distract and to help in some way. So I did a couple of crochet lessons, and then this evening I thought, well, I know so many people who are going to be awake because they're worried, they're not feeling well, or they're just in a different time zone. So I thought, why not do something ASMR style, but on Facebook? And if nothing else, give people a laugh. This is one of my favourite little knickknacks I have hanging up on my wall at home because I'm terribly heterosexual like that. And I love shiny things. So I thought I would share this, and also I really love the sound that these sequins make. As you can see, I laid a few crystals out, and I have some rose quartz, some selenite, and some green aventurine, just to put some nice positive energy and vibes out there, because I think we could all do with them right now. So I think what I'm going to do, because you've already seen my cards many times, is maybe talk you through some crochet terms and show you some of my crafting papers. Maybe have a little flick through of my I call it my woo-woo book, but everybody, or most other pagans, would probably call it their book of shadows or something like that. So I'm going to read to you some crochet terms, because you may or may not crochet. And I am 100% making this up as I go along. Yes, I am super dead organised like that. And that's why I have so many subscribers, obviously. Oops. I'm just going to move these bad boys out of the way. Just a little bit. Okay. Incidentally, by the way, this is a really good book. This is a little course in crochet. This was given to me as a gift a little while ago, and it's incredibly useful if you just want a hard copy of, just crochet basics. But it also mentions and talks about different kinds of yarn, which is useful for knitters as well, and thicknesses and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, it just gives you like a basic sort of list of tools and useful things to have if you knit or crochet or anything like that. Oops. Okay. So this section here is all about yarn weight, and it gives you an idea of what each thing is, and also what it's good for. Now, this numbering system is used more in the US than it is in the UK, but thanks to YouTube and the fact that most a lot of knitting and crochet content creators tend to work or tend to be from America or Canada, from North America essentially. They use this numbering system. So what do you want to crochet? So if you want to make lace or doilies, you would use 2-ply lace fingering yarn. The yarn symbol for this is 0. And this also gives you hook sizes as well. So we have 1.5, 1.75, 2, and 2.5 millimeters. And in the US equivalents, we have a 6 steel, 5 steel. Apparently there's no equivalent for a 2mm, and a B1. I'm guessing they don't really care for the letter A out there. And then there's also the old UK sizes. But as you can see, we only have 14 here, so that's the old imperial sizes, which we don't really use so much. It tends to be the older generation that will do that kind of a thing. So if you wanted to make baby clothes, shawls, things of that nature, you would use 3-ply superfine or superfine fingering baby, which is a 1. To make baby wear, lightweight clothing and accessories, you would use 4-ply fine sport weight baby. Number 2. For clothing, lightweight scarves, blankets and toys, you would use double knit, often abbreviated to DK, light worsted 5 or 6-ply. This is number 3. A lot of people will just refer to it as light or lightweight, or just lightweight 3. So if you wanted to make blankets, hats, a thicker scarf, mittens, you would use Aran medium worsted Afghan 12-ply, and the symbol for all of these is number 4, medium weight. So for rugs, jackets, blankets, leg warmers, winter hats and accessories, chunky, bulky, craft, rug, 14-ply, and you'd see a number 5 symbol. If you wanted to make heavy blankets, rugs, very thick scarves, you would use super bulky, super chunky, bulky, roving, 16-ply and upwards, and this would give you a number 6 symbol. And this is where you'd be using your 9 and 10mm hooks. Now, I've personally seen roving used more to do with how a yarn is spun rather than its thickness and the style of spinning. So, yeah. So that's that. And this is just showing you about to do with tension and what the difference in size that your hook can make to a project. So if you wanted, so this is all the same yarn, and if you made it with a 6mm hook, it would be this kind of dimension. A 7mm hook would give you something slightly bigger, and again an 8mm hook would give you something bigger again. And it just gives you like how to check your tensions and things like that. It also even gives you a colour wheel as well to work with, which I think is really useful. And knowing colour theory when you're making any project is quite useful. I mean, there's no hard and fast rule, don't get me wrong. But colour theory is always very useful, and I love the fact that they've included this in here, and it's, you know, it talks about warm shades and cool shades, pastels, brights, and seasonal mixtures as well. Okay, so this is, let's see if I can angle that a bit better for you. There we go. So this is your crochet abbreviation and terms. Now again, this, I love the fact that it's giving you like the US, UK abbreviations and each term from each country. I live in the UK, so I'll probably just read these ones. But as I said, most of the time, if you follow any tutorials on Ravelry or YouTube, for example, most of it will be in this. So whenever you see CH on a pattern, it just means to chain, and that's the same US or UK or US. If you see SS, it's not that. Again, slip stitch. Oh, that's the same for both sides. Now, here's where we get a bit interesting. In the UK, what in the US is known as a single crochet is known as a double crochet over here. Don't ask me why. The US version makes more sense to me in this regard. But anyway, so in the UK, a double crochet and a single crochet, whenever you see a single crochet in a US pattern, but you have grown up with UK terms, they're the same thing. But don't get them too mixed up if you're an American, because they're different stitches altogether. So the double crochet, single crochet. So for what I would say, what I call a half double crochet, which again is the US term, in the UK is known as a half treble. And then a US double crochet is known as a treble crochet in the UK. See it TR or DC. Now, in the UK, or a double treble crochet is what is known as a treble crochet in the US. And then we have things like TR, TR, or DTR, which in the UK would be triple treble crochet, or in the US would be a double treble crochet. Truthfully though, you really don't tend to see stuff like this on patterns. Like these ones, these three here, you really don't see on patterns that much, if at all really. So if you see an instruction saying, for example, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, or 2 single crochet in the same stitch if you're in the US, this is an increase. So you're increasing your work by 1 stitch. Or you work 2 stitches into the same stitch, basically. And that's the same wherever you are. You just have to remember the difference in single and double crochets. And normally a pattern will say whether it's using US or UK terms, and like I said, most patterns seem to be in US terms. So, and then it's same again, 3 double crochet in the same stitch, and this is a 2 stitch increase. DC 2 together, or single crochet 2 together, SC 2 together. This is a decrease, so you would stitch 2 stitches together, and that's how you make decreases. And then the same thing again, you can do a 2 stitch decrease. FPTR, FPDC, front post treble crochet, or more commonly, at least to me, is known as a front post double crochet. And then we also have a BPTR or a BPDC, which is a back post treble crochet or a back post double crochet. And then this is an instruction for a shell stitch. So basically it'll give you the number of double crochets in US terms that you would need to do in 1 stitch. This is normally a border pattern. And then again, this is a cluster pattern. So you would do like multiple stitches, however many it tells you. So 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 stitches, and you do those in one stitch, and then you into one stitch, and then you or you can do them in individual stitches, and then you pull the yarn through all of those stitches to create a single stitch, and it gives you a cluster basically. Okay, so then we have the same thing with a bobble stitch as well, and a popcorn stitch, and then a picot stitch. Now pretty much all of these are all kind of border stitches, and then you might have some of these abbreviations pop up in a pattern maybe. So you have alt, which is alternate, BEG, beginning, or begin, like beginning of row, and then cont, not to be confused with another word, is continue, continuing, DEC is decrease, decreasing, facing, so this is the facing towards you as you're working. Fasten off is cut the yarn and draw it through the working loop to secure it. Following. Foundation chain. The base of chain stitches that the first row is worked into. Foundation row. The first row of crochet. So this is the row that's worked into the foundation chain. Ink, not incorporated. Increasing. Miss or skip a stitch. Do not work into the stitch, but go into the next stitch. So that's really easy and self-explanatory. It's patterns. REM, cool band, great for sleep, is remaining. Rep is repeats, repeating, etc. RS is the right side. So that's the right side of your work. That's kind of like the pretty side, I guess. SP, sp, is spaces. ST, stitches. TBL, through the back loop. So that's when you make a stitch through the back loop of the stitch you're working into. And then we have TFL, it's not Transport for London, it's through the front loop. And again, that would be you working a stitch through the front loop. Turning chain, this is the chains worked at the beginning of the row or round to bring the hook up to the correct height for working the following stitches in the row. I think I should say new row, but whatever. WS, wrong side. So YRH or YO, this one YO I see more commonly, is yarn round hook or yarn over. And if you see an asterisk, repeat instructions after asterisk or between asterisks as many times as instructed. So there you go, there's some crochet terms and abbreviations for you. So I think to finish off then, I'm going to show you some stickers and crafty papers, and then we'll leave it at that. And we'll see what happens. Oops. Oh dear. This is what happens when I make it up as I'm going along. Hopefully you've fallen asleep at this point, so... So, that's my crocheting book. I'm sure I got more stickers out. Oh well, we're here now. So, I'm really obsessed with scrapbooking pages, and I use them for a lot of things, not just scrapbooking. I actually don't do any kind of scrapbooking at all. I get most of these from a shop called The Works, but some of them are from Poundland as well, and they're all really cheap. But there's some of them have got really beautiful like pages, but they're really good little scrap pages. And as you can see, you get multiples of like each design. I love this purple one. My camera makes it look a little bit more blue, but it's a proper like lavender kind of purple. But yeah, if you're really crap at drawing or doing art like I am, then these papers are really fantastic to use as like backgrounds for drawing and stuff. This is a Poundland one actually. Yeah. But yeah, these are just sort of marbled pages in various colours. I like that one actually, that one's quite nice. It's quite pretty. Oh wow. Again, it looks more blue, but I like the contrast of like you get these really nice strong lines and then this sort of feathered out colour. So yeah, so that's that one. And like a lot, you know, they all give you an idea on the front of like what the papers are going to look like. But if you're anything like me, you like flicking through them and having a look. So as you can see, like they cost me £1, most of them. That one's a bit more. So this one again, it's got loads of different patterns and colours and things. That one's quite psychedelic and cool, quite like it. I love this one. This is one of my favourites. I love feathers, and I love purple, and I love the way this is laid out, so ticks all my boxes. So this is a mixed media design pad. I have used quite a lot of these already, but and it kind of split on me. But it's got like silver card, gold, black, and then it's got like some glittery ones. So I've got like silver, gold. I can get my fingers to work. Obviously this is my favourite because I love silver hollow. But I also have gold hollow as well. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nope, that's it. Just more gold. Okay, so next I've got these vintage Noel ones. And I mean, you could use these for like card making and all kinds of stuff. Like I said, scrapbooking. I love this. This is really nice and kind of subtle. It's a bit more understated. It's a bit more muted. There's a lot more grey in it, and I, again, really like those kinds of colour palettes. It's much easier to write on them as well because it shows up much easier. And see all the little cute tags. Music notes. And then a sort of tartan pattern. Okay, so next I got this soft tones one. So look. This is probably my least favourite one, to be honest, but it's also one of the best ones to write on because it's so muted and soft, and it's got these like writing paper style ones. This one's a little bit, too muted for my liking. And then I also have this Refreshing Basics one. Because sometimes there ain't nothing wrong with being basic. Oh yeah, I love that. That one's cool. Yeah, I hope whoever you are, wherever you are, that you're coping okay with everything, and that you're washing your hands, drinking plenty of fluids, and taking your meds. And if you haven't done those things today already, go and do them. And then tuck yourself back into bed, or carry on with your coursework, or carry on working from home, if you should be watching while you're doing that. So, let's have a look at my little sticker stash. I do have more. This is not by any means all of them. But I love dogs. I love cute dogs. They are the best. Okay. And then I have cute little mice. These are like little 3D stickers. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that actually. But like, should one sort of see maybe? But they're like decoupage kind of style stickers. And then I have these little 3D dragonfly ones, as you can see. I have opened these ones because I sent a gift to a friend the other day, so I decorated the envelope with some of them. Although I didn't use any of these ones because I didn't want them to like ping off in the post or anything. But I thought they were cute. And then I have these little butterfly ones, which again are all like 3D wings and stuff. I thought would be cute for a project, although I don't know what yet, but we'll see. So friends, I'm going to leave it there for my completely unplanned spur of the moment video, since I can't go live, but hopefully it helped some of you somewhere, and I hope wherever you are looking after yourself and you're doing something to make you smile today, and treating yourself to something nice and all of that good stuff. So I will see you again at some point, couldn't tell you when, and yeah, it might very well be that I end up out of a job and I end up making more of these, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you again.